on the proposed budget of the Office of the Vice President for fiscal year 2026. We are grateful that present here today to present the proposed budget is no less than the Vice President herself. Thank you very much, Madam Vice President, Your Excellency. Thank you very much for being here today. Today, we deliberate on the proposed allocation of 902.895 million pesos for the Office of the Vice President under the fiscal year 2026 National Expenditure Program. The Office of the Vice President, as the second highest position in the land, bears a mandate of national importance and a responsibility that extends to all Filipinos. It is therefore incumbent upon this committee to review with utmost care how this proposed budget sustains the office's mandates, supports its ongoing programs, and aligns with the priorities of the government as reflected in the President's 8-point socio-economic agenda in the Philippine Development Plan. In this spirit, we shall proceed with the deliberations, but before I yield the floor to Her Excellency Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte, I would first like to recognize the Vice Chairperson of the Committee on Appropriations who will be sponsoring the budget of the Office of the Vice President, the Honorable Vice Chairperson Jose Pepito Alvarez.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, ma'am. To clear the air, opening statement is last Friday, hindi po si Vice President Sara Duterte ang no-show. Ako po ang nag-request para i-defer kasi schedule ko kaagad ng Tuesday today at 9 o'clock. Kaya nandito tayo ngayon to deliberate on the budget request of the Office of the Vice President. So hindi po, wala pong speculation na no-show si Madam Sara, Vice President Sara Duterte noong Friday. Ako po ang nag-request na para i-defer. Ayun. So the air is now clear. I'd like to ask Her Excellency, Madam Vice President, to make her presentation.
Magandang araw mga kababayan. News That Matters po. Ito, panonoorin natin yung hearing ngayon sa House of Representatives na si Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. Nandito na po siya sa hearing na to at finally namimiss na po din natin yung mga reaction niya at ito po, panoorin po natin yung kanyang mga pahayag mga kababayan.
Honorable Congresswoman Swansing, I do not have an opening remarks. We'll just proceed to the presentation prepared by the Office of the Vice President. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. COMSEC, please play the presentation of the Office of the Vice President.
Behind every milestone are the stories of countless Filipinos whose lives have been touched by the Office of the Vice President. We are committed to bringing tangible change directly to those who need it most. Recognizing that peace is built on hope and opportunity, the OVP made the strategic decision to bring its Pagbabago program to Patikul Sulu, a former battleground.
Mahirap talaga noon. Nakaranas kami sobra. Pati yung naghanap buhay, sobra talaga ang naranasan namin. Pero iba na ngayon. Maganda na yung sitwasyon natin ngayon. Nakabalik na kami dito.
By providing students with the tools they need to succeed, the OVP empowers them with a sense of dignity, inspiring them to learn and giving them a renewed sense of hope for their education and their future. The Pagbabago campaign is a two-pronged investment in our future. We have distributed over 400,000 bags and planted close to 1 million trees across the country. Our operational excellence and financial discipline ensure every peso counts. The women of Barangay Adia received a 150,000 peso grant and generated a remarkable profit of 102,000 pesos in just 4 months. Our grants are strategic.
Mga kababayan, ito lang po yung intro ni Vice President bago po siya magsalita dito sa hearing dito sa House of Representatives, mga kababayan.
Distributed to ensure maximum impact. Group enterprises receive an average grant of 150,000 pesos, while individual beneficiaries are provided with 15,000 pesos, ensuring every peso supports the right scale of enterprise.
Madami na pong mga gobyerno na nakaupo, wala pa hong nag-alok sa samahan ng mga kababaihan. Nawa po ay marami pa po kayong matulungan mga samahan, katulad po ng aming samahan.
For many survivors of Typhoon Yolanda, a new home came with a new challenge, the daily struggle of commuting.
So this is slide 1. This is the 2026 proposed budget of the Office of the Vice President. Next slide. This is the cover slide. Next slide. This is the approved budget of the Department of Management for the National Expenditure Program submitted to the House of Representatives, 902,895,000. Next slide. Next slide. So this is by class. Personal services is 23.54% of the entire budget, and that is 212,538,000. Next slide. Yes. So this is the breakdown of PS. Salaries and wages, that's 151,652,000. Other compensation, that is 27,670,000. Other bonuses and allowances, 16,036,000. Other personal benefit contributions, 3,217,000. Other personal benefits, 304,000. RLIP is 13,659,000. By MOOE, it is 673,753,000, or 74.62% of the budget. And this is the breakdown. Travel expenses, 56 million. Training expenses, 3 million. Supplies and materials expenses, 288 million. Utility expenses, 8 million. Communication expenses, 10 million. Awards, rewards, and expenses of 500,000. Extraordinary and miscellaneous expenses, 620,000. Professional services, 64,237,000. General services, 39,575,000. Repairs and maintenance, 11,600,000. Financial assistance and subsidies, 39,600,000. Taxes and insurance and other premiums, 2,250,000. Representation expenses, 59,104,000. Transportation and delivery expenses, 12,687,000. Rent and lease expenses, 57 million. Other MOOE, 1,405,000. Subscription expenses and others, 19,891,000.
Po, isang magandang araw mga kababayan na sa lahat ng ating mahal na kababayang Pilipino, kung sa lahat ng lupalop ng ating bansa. Ito po, News That Matters. Ito po ngayon yung nangyayari ngayon sa ngayong umaga dito sa Pilipinas. Itong hearing ngayon ni Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. At bago natin mag-umpisang panoorin po yan na yung mga hearing na yan, at huwag po natin kalimutang mag-like and subscribe para po sa ating sa lahat ng ating kababayang Pilipino, para naman po sa dito lang po tayo araw-araw at babantayan natin yung mga mga balita tungkol sa dito sa ating mga nangyayari dito sa ating mga gobyerno nating Pilipinas at ating ibabalita para naman mapanood ng ating kababayan sa lahat-lahat ng sulok ng mundo. Mabuhay po kayo. News That Matters po. Ito, huwag niyo kalimutan mag-subscribe. Pasok na po tayo.
Much that we would like to honor the tradition that we extend to the office of the Vice President, there are two members of the minority who would like to ask questions. Kaya po, in the interest of the rights of some of our members, may I yield the floor to two members, Representative Trino and Representative Ko, to propound their questions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Is it all right?
Madam Chair, to the presiding officer, sir, before we proceed, I just want to be clarified with the status of the votation we have had last Friday, when we all agreed that Tuesday, which is today, we will grant parliamentary courtesy. This is the long-standing traditional parliamentary courtesy granted to a co-equal branch or a higher official of the government. Let me be just clarified before we proceed.
Last Fridays, there was no votation, Congressman Ongab. So we proceed as planned today.
I understand there was a votation, and in fact, it was objected by the two members of minority of the minority.
No,
Notwithstanding
we
the
failed to divide the House.
yes, but I think we have agreed that last Friday we will provide parliamentary courtesy to the office of the Vice President.
Yes, the request of the minority is just two interpellators. It is up for Madam President, Madam Vice President, if she wants to answer or not.
Just one more manifestation to the chairperson and to the presiding officer. Also last Friday, I reiterated that this long-standing tradition of granting parliamentary immunity has been practiced to all the former vice presidents that I have experienced in this chamber. And the tradition is granted first to the co-equal branch of the government, and it is on the part of the president or the vice president or to the co-equal branch of government who will reply that he is waiving, that he or she is waiving his parliamentary inquiry. So I think it would be proper and fitting that we would ask first the vice president if she's willing to
Mr.
waive.
Chair, may I be recognized?
I think I still have the floor.
So there, clear.
So that clarifies my question. We
Thank
will be
you.
asking the vice president to answer or not.
Pisaan na po natin mga kababayan para marinig na po namin yung
Madam Chair.
sagot
Yes,
ni
sir.
Vice President Inday
My
Sara
apologies,
Duterte.
Representative Marcoleta. Her Excellency
Just
was
a
about
very-
to respond to the query before we recognize. Would like to respond po.
Yes, I waive the privilege. Yes.
We now recognize Minority Leader Congressman Antonio Tenio.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. Magandang umaga po sa Office of the Vice President at sa Vice President. Well, unang tanong po ay kaugnay sa presentation na binigay ng Vice President. Napansin ko po roon, nasa budget na 903.4 million for 2025. Bagaman hindi pa po tapos ang taon, ang obligation rate po ay 34.3% lamang at ang disbursement rate ay 66.8%. So nasa kalagitnaan po tayo ng taon, pero mukhang mababa po yung obligation rate. Ano po ang paliwanag dito?
Yes, marami kaming procurement na tumagal. Hindi siya nasimulan by January, Madam Chair, yung procurement. So maraming mga procurement na June, July, August na nasimulan.
May dahilan po ba kung bakit June, July, August na nasimulan ang mga proyekto?
Madam Chair, dahil kailangan marami pong mga attachments na nire-require para sa procurement and lahat po ng mga documents na yon ay hindi po siya nakukuha ng 1 o 2 araw lamang.
So, middle of the year pa po na naisaayos ang requirements for bidding. Parang ganun po. Tama po ba ang intindi ko?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Ngayon, mabalik po tayo sa last August 8, 2024, nag-issue po ng Notice of Disallowance ang COA, Commission on Audit, sa 73.28 million na halaga ng confidential funds for 105 activities supposedly held by the Office of the Vice President from December 13 to December 31. Sabi ng COA ay wala raw accomplishment reports na naipakita or sinubmit ang Office of the Vice President para dito at inaatas na o inuutos na ibalik ang pera ng Vice President ni Gina Acosta bilang Special Disbursing Officer at ni Julieta Villa del Rey bilang Chief Accountant. Mag-iisang taon na po, ayon sa COA rules ay may 6 months po para mag-appeal. Ano na po ang status ng Notice of Disallowance na ito?
Madam Chair, I suggest that the Congressman ask this during the hearing of the Commission on Audit.
Madam Chair, I'm asking the question now from the Office of the Vice President.
Madam Chair, this is a status of documents inside the Office of the Commission on Audit. So it has to be the Commission on Audit who will answer what is happening to this Notice of Disallowance.
Nagsubmit po ba ng appeal ang Office of the Vice President sa Notice of Disallowance?
Kung yung Congressman Tinio, kung ang Notice of Disallowance was rectified by COA, wala na po yun. Pero kung yung Notice of Disallowance ay meron na silang final adjudication and then merong order yon na final yung Notice of Disallowance. So, for your information, I will check with COA and get the records and give it to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Well, next question po ay kaugnay po sa Notice of Disallowance. Ang sabi po kasi ng COA, December 30, yung mga 105 activities na inilunsad dun sa mga dinisilaw na activities ay nangyari between December 13 to December 31. And yet, sa mga nakaraang hearing ay napag-alaman po na December 20 pa po na ilabas ang SARO at na-withdraw yung 125 million. Kaya nga sinasabing nagastos ito in 11 days from December 20 to December 31. So ang tanong lang po natin, ano po ang paliwanag doon sa nakapamahagi na kayo ng mga sinasabing reward money noong December 13 pa lamang samantalang hindi pa po lumalabas ang pera ng confidential funds. Pwede po bang maipaliwanag yon?
Madam Chair, this is the subject of an impeachment trial and I would not like to discuss the defense for the impeachment trial.
Alam mo, Representative Congressman Tinio, yung mga tanong mo kasi parang ang ayaw, gusto mo lang marinig na si Vice President Inday Sara ay nagpulsa ng mga milyon-milyon na salapi ng pera ng ating gobyerno. Ba't di mo muna tignan yung mga nangyayari ngayon dyan sa mga House of Representatives, lalo na yan si House Speaker Tamba, sila, habang sila ay nandyan, mga kababayan, sila ang nagbubulsa ng pera natin. tignan mo nga yung mga nangyari ngayon na itong mga DPWH, yung mga flood control projects, bilyo-bilyon ang kanilang binubulsa. Ito, samantalang ngayon to si Inday Sara, kung pinapalabas nila na nagbulsa daw ng maraming pera, napunta naman yun sa mga dapat mapunta, kababayan.
Representative
Chair,
Pino,
wala
please
naman pong-
proceed with the next question.
Madam Chair, I would just like to note na wala pong impeachment trial sa kasalukuyan, Madam Chair. In fact, it is archived in the Senate. No? Okay, so next question na po. No? Lumabas din po sa nakaraang mga hearing sa House na nag-submit po ang Office of the Vice President ng 2,670 accomplishment reports at kasama para po sa liquidation ng 500 million pesos worth of confidential funds under the Office of the Vice President.
500 billion confidential fund.
Ayon sa investigasyon ay 1,322 out of 1,992 names in the OVP ARs submitted to the PSA have no birth records. So kasama po dito yung mga pangalang Mary Grace Piatos, Fernando Tempura, meron pang shell joke, no?
Kindly wind up your question.
Again, pwede po bang mapaliwanag ng Vice Presidente kung bakit ganon ang sinubmit at bakit walang supporting documents ang mga accomplishment reports na ito?
Madam Chair, again, first, if the committee would like to ask how the Commission on Audit conducts its audit, I request that all the questions be propounded during the hearing of the Commission on Audit. Second, the subject confidential funds is a matter in impeachment proceedings, which is archived, but there is a pending motion for reconsideration in the Supreme Court. I cannot discuss defense strategy. Number 3, I cannot discuss intelligence operations and cannot explain how intelligence operations are done without compromising national security.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My next question.
Congressman Tenyo, last question.
Opo, last question.
Please wind up.
Opo.
Congressman Tenyo, ayusin mo naman yung mga tanong mo. Walang kasensense. Pinipilit mo humingi ng testimonya kay Inday Sara Duterte. Walang kasensense po. Sinabi niya na, tagal-tagal na po yan. Di ba? Pinaliwanag niya na, noon pa na napunta lahat yan sa ating mga kababayang Pilipino na itong mga tanong mo, nililihis mo lang, ba't di ka na lang dumiretso sa mga punto mo? Samantalang yung mga kasama nyo dyan, tingnan mo, kitang-kita naman na sa ebidensya na bilyo-bilyo ng kanilang mga binulsa. Samantalang to si Inday Duterte, matagal na tong issue no? Napatunayan na lahat na konti lang ang binibigay yung budget sa kanya at yun nga, napupunta naman talaga sa kanyang project, napupunta sa mga tao. Ano ba naman, Tenyo?
So, napabalita po, no, na mula July of last year hanggang sa kasalukuyan ay meron pong 13 trips ang Vice President overseas, no? So, mula po sa Germany, Japan, Hong Kong, Netherlands, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Australia, South Korea, Kuwait, Paris, at several po sa Netherlands. Umaabot po sa at least 60 days po na on leave ang presidente at marami po pero hindi lahat ay sinasabing personal leave, no? So sa mga trips po na ito, ilan po ang naging personal leave at ilan ang on official duty at magkano po ang total na budget na ginastos ng Office of the Vice President para sa mga official leave at personal leave na nangyari?
Una sa lahat mga kababayan, kahit po pumunta ng ibang bansa ang ating mahal na Vice President, pumunta po siya doon para sa mga iba't ibang bansa para kausapin yung mga sitwasyon ng mga ating mga kapwa Pilipino na sa iba't ibang bansa, kung ayos lang po sila, dahil at pumunta po siya doon sa Netherlands at para makita naman po ang kanyang mahal na tatay dahil nasidigong former President Duterte. Alam niyo naman na mga kababayan, di ba, nakakulong ang ating mahal na presidente doon sa Netherlands dahil nga sa bawal na pagkakakulong sa kanya na binigla na lang. Nahalatadong itong mga sila Bangag at si Tambi ay hindi man lang nirespeto ang ating mahal na Pangulo. Nakakaawa po ang kanyang kalagayan ngayon dahil kaya nga po nagpupunta doon ang ating mahal na presidente dahil po sa patanda na po ang ating former president na si Digong Duterte. Siyempre bilang anak nandun siya at hindi lang po siya pumunta doon para magtrabaho rin natin, kaya nga po vice president siya dahil nga binigyan niyo ba siya ng magtrabaho dito sa Pilipinas? Wala, sinisiraan niyo lang siya kung ano. Kaya nga siya pumunta sa ibang bansa para pakinggan yung mga tinig at boses ng ating mga mahal na kababayan na Pilipino na para ilabas, para makakuha siya ng impormasyon tungkol sa mga nangyayari ng kabulukan dito sa ating gobyerno, mga kababayan.
Chair?
Last question, Madam
Yes,
President.
yes. Madam Chair, may I ask what date do you want me to start with the destinations? July 2024.
Ano pizza daw yun?
Mr. Chair, from July 2024, a personal trip to Germany.
Okay.
Then January 2025,
July 24, we'll
personal
start?
trip to Japan, and so on.
Yes. We'll start with July 2024. So, number one, under the Civil Service Commission rules, there is no allotted leave for the President and Vice President. We cannot both file a leave.
Yan naman
So the
pala,
only
maliwanag
thing
na
that I
maliwanag.
need
Congressman,
when
tenure.
I travel overseas is a travel authority from the Office of the President. All my travels were issued travel authority by the Office of the Vice President. And this implies that all these trips were approved by the Office of the Vice President. So,
mga kababayan, Congressman Tino, approved naman pala yung pagta-travel ni Vice President Inday Sara Duterte sa ibang bansa. Approved naman pala Ngayon, ano bang problema na itong si Congressman na pulpul na to na si Tino?
from July 2024, I went to Germany. In December 2024, I went to Denmark. In January 2025, I went to Japan. In the third and fourth week of January, I went back to Japan. In February of third week and last week of February, I went back to Japan. On March, I went to Hong Kong. On March, I went to the Netherlands. On May, I went to Qatar and the Netherlands. On June, I went to Vietnam, Cambodia, and Malaysia. On June, I went to Australia. On July, I went to the Netherlands and the Republic of Korea. And very recently, from August to September, I went to Kuwait, the Netherlands, France, and Belgium. And number 3, no public funds were used for all my travels. I did not charge representation. I did not charge tickets. I did not charge per dime for all my travels in the office of the Vice President. So if you can see in the breakdown of the budget of travel for Office of the Vice President, you can see that there was a zero amount for...
Ma'am,
O ayan mga kababayan, hindi naman pala ginamit ni Vice President Inday Sara Duterte yung pera ng ating bayan, kundi ang ginamit niya para lumabas at gumastos sa ating bansa ay ang kanyang personal na pera. Mga kababayan, narinig niyo po dyan yung kanyang pahayag. At yan na po yung kanyang pahayag, mga kababayan.
Chair, just to follow up on the question, so una po, salamat po sa Vice President
I'm sorry,
for
Congressman
detailing.
Tenyo, that was your last question. I'm sorry.
Follow up na lang po, yung
I'm
personal
sorry.
po ba
I'm
ang
sorry,
lahat
in the
at
interest of time, we have to proceed.
magkano po ang ginastos ng opisina at staff? Kasi totoo po, wala daw ginastos ang Vice Presidente.
Parliamentary
ang ginastos
inquiry?
I'm
ng
sorry.
O ayan, mga Congressman Tenyo, pinaliwanag na ni Vice President Inday Sara Duterte na personal ang kanyang pag-travel at personal na pera niya, hindi galing sa bulsa ng taong bayan. At ang dami mong tanong, kung matanong mo na yan, walang kasensense, tama na po yung mga pagtatanong niya. Ito na nga, sinasabihan ka na tumigil na kung ano-ano pa yung mga pinagsasabi mo dyan.
I thought we're going to accord institutional courtesy to the Office of the Vice President. Bakit po natin binabanatan? Bakit natin tatanungin?
It's already settled that we're just giving
Mr.
two
Chair,
questions from the minority. Okay?
Mr. Chair, hindi po,
5 minutes each.
Wala pong
Opo,
binabanatan
but
dito.
does
I
not
take
preclude
exception
the other members
to
from
Congressman
making a
Tenyo,
manifestation.
sandali
I
lang.
take exception to the use of the term binabanatan. Nagtatanong lang po tayo rito at lihitimo naman po ang mga tanong.
Madam Chair.
So I ask the congressman
Mr. Chair, may we
withdraw
request
the
for a
comment.
suspension of
Session
the...
suspended. Hearing suspended.
Nasuspend na yung session dito sa hearing sa ating mahal na Vice President Sara Duterte dahil nga itong mga tanong neto ni Congressman Kawatan o Gagtinho walang mga kasensense dahil pinipilit niya po si Inday Sara Duterte na pinapalabas ng rakot ng ating pera, mga kababayan. Samantala nga yung mga kanyang mga kawatan nakasama dyan sa gobyerno, bilyon-bilyon ang kanilang mga ninakaw, mga kababayan. Ito, na-suspend na po tuloy yung niya at babalik mamaya, mga 1:30. Maraming salamat po mga kababayan. Abangan po ulit natin mamaya yung hearing dito kay Inday Sara Duterte sa mga 1:30 po. Salamat po mga kababayan. Huwag niyo pong kalimutan na mag-like and subscribe dito sa ating News That Matter videos at God bless po mga kababayan. Mabuhay po kayo.